She gon' be suing and shit. Cause if I catch another case, I know it's true to be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm a hell of a time. I'm happy to walk down hard, top the real to shine. They got some time, they ain't shit, cause I can better with time. We got a flow and a life show better than mine. I got a packed house yelling, bring them out, bring them out. I'm a hot stir yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All the dope boys yelling, bring them out, bring them out. Fuck the backstage yelling, bring them out, bring them out. Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. You wanna be with the team, what you gon' do? When you show up on the scene, what you gonna do? You and your friend, the player looks you want to. If you do happen what I do, you be hitting the deck. The attitude and the best, I can get some respect. I'ma make it hard for a fucking nigga to play. Show him the second score for a nigga to test. Man, my nuts too large and we way too fresh. Work well, but now they can't even text. They put the checker lane like a game of chess. You wanna beat you, bring the best. Cause we standing in your front yard yelling, bring them out, bring them out. I'm a hot star yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All the dope boys yelling, bring them out, bring them out. Fuck the backstage yelling, bring them out, bring them out. Front yard yelling, bring them out, bring them out. I'm a hot star yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All the dope boys yelling, bring them out, bring them out. Fuck the backstage yelling, bring them out, bring them out.
Crescent Ballroom, how's it going? Oh, that was okay. That was okay-ish. That was okay-ish. One more time. Crescent Ballroom, how are you doing tonight? Cool. We're a little sparse in here tonight. It's an odd configuration. I see the family bow over here. I see like empty seats everywhere. This is a large group. You guys go to the show tonight? You guys go to UMO tonight? Unknown Mortal Orchestra?
No? I don't even know what that means, but we're just here.
Why are you wearing a hat?
Why not?
Yeah, this is an odd. Are you going to go on a journey? You like the man in black if he was transgender from Westworld. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. How you doing over here?
Yeah.
Clearly you caught a terrorist and you're trying to help him reform
man,
himself.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. You guys ever been here for the show before?
Wait, what?
Ever been here for the show that's happening right now?
I've been here for a lot of things.
Okay, cool. So you know to not drunkenly yell at me the whole time?
No,
we can't promise.
Very cool. Right.
Can't promise.
How's the back of the room doing back there? Yeah. Cool. How's that cubby hole doing back there? Some more hat wearers. Oh, cool. You guys doing well? Everybody's doing well. Did anybody go inside to see the show?
No.
By show of hands. Everybody's here to see this show? I'm so flattered. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Somebody came out 11 o'clock to see this show. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Got Compton and Aaron over here. Give them a hand. They're going to be holding down all the tech business. Compton, of course, is going to be holding down the live feed. And of course, Jess is going to be taking pictures, so don't be weird about it. My name is Anwar Newton, and this is This Week Sucks Tonight. How are y'all doing?
Yeah!
All right. We're going to get this show started. If you've never been here before, this is a fake news show. We're going to provide you with all the information you didn't know you need, and then you realize you actually didn't need by the end of it. For everybody there in the back, how's the bar doing back there? If you just have to talk about Stranger Things, there's an amazing patio that you can just speak at maximum volume on. But for the sake that I have a slip disc in my back, and I've been doped up on ibuprofens all day, and I literally crawled out of bed to put this show together tonight, I'm gonna need you to shut the fuck up, all right? I need you to be quiet for this one. I'm literally in so much pain right now. I had to put my pants down on the floor laying down. I had to shimmy into my pants how bad my back hurt. So, just trying to get a little guilt, a little feelings from me right now. But we're gonna get this show started. We got off to a little late start because, of course, my back was hurting, and I was trying to put my jeans on the floor. So without further ado, find yourself a seat. Make sure you get some beers and some fucking nachos. And if you're on your phone, we do this show live on YouTube. It's not worth it, but just share it, okay? We're trying to get out of this state, all right? Just do whatever, all right? We're trying our fucking damnedest. Without further ado, let me welcome my co-host, the 1% himself, Mr. Michael James Turner.
Oh, there it is. That's what I came out to, little Prince. I want to be your lover. Shout out to Bo over here making love in the corner. Beautiful wife.
God damn it, my back.
How we living, everybody? Good week, good week.
It's a good week.
A lot of stuff, a lot of trust built, I thought.
It was a good week. I thought it was a good week. We didn't have any great celebrity news. That was kind of frustrating. We had Cardi baby. That's why we put Cardi up on the marquee last week. Cardi B had the baby Barty.
Week old now.
Week old culture. With a K.
How'd you fuck your back up?
Dude, I was trying to lift weights, and I'm such a bitch that I tried to lift like a 30-pound weight, like something light, and my whole back just kirked out. It was done.
Wow. Could have been a cooler story. Maybe work on the story.
Yeah, I think I will. Before I take it to the stage, I'll work on the story. I'll punch it up.
Make it a 45-pound weight. Let's make that.
Yeah, maybe make it a little heavier.
Yeah.
I don't know. What'd you end up doing this week?
Chilling. Always hitting the beach. Had some nieces, nephews, some family out there. Had an illegitimate son show up.
Really?
Yeah, I was kind of I was angry about it, but like.
Oh, somebody sent me a
family.
video. Is this you right here?
That's the boy that showed up. Yeah, I don't know what part of the day this was.
I think somebody sent me this video of you. Oh, there you go.
Oh.
Interesting.
Wow.
That's your son.
We were having fun.
That's your son right there?
I meant to toss him up and catch him.
Jesus Christ. Who are the other kids? They look afraid.
That's nieces,
Wow.
That's Frankie. That's Frankie and Jimmy.
The level of strength, the way you almost threw yourself over here.
That's actually a funny story. I almost threw my back up. But I'm a man, and he was only 30 pounds.
Interesting. Wow.
Yeah. And
so, amazing.
Kid's only 30 pounds. Wasn't that much weight.
You're a strong boy.
Yeah.
You're a wild boy.
I know. Yeah. Well, you pressure me in front of me. You accost me in front of my family like that. I will throw you.
You're a wild boy.
So we're gonna be on Maury next week.
Oh, jeez. So last week on the marquee, we put Cardi B and Offset because they had the baby, of course. We put the mural of LeBron James and everybody in their face because this is the only place you can see it now. It's gone. He went to the Lakers. Was it you, Bo? Bo, did you deface the mural? We got a fucking Lakers hater over here. Lakers haters. I don't fucking care about basketball. So let's swap out the marquee. I think I'm going to take LBJ's face off and swap it with Putin, because Putin's having a hell of a week.
Wow.
Little wink there. Oh, Putin.
My wildly liberal mother hates you.
Pootie bear. Look at it. This is like a delightful white family over here, and then a really delightful black family over here. Yeah, this is like,
here's a story
a
of a man named Putin.
He was raising a little big-headed little boy.
That looks like a fun upbringing. Act like Putin's not living his best life.
Tell you what, your mom's happy to have Putin on top. Oh, that's a little rude. I take that back.
To assume my mother is a bottom is very distasteful.
You had to get it from somebody, so.
Hey, my mother is a ride or die type chick.
Okay.
So, love you, Ma.
All right. So let's get it to the top of the show. We've got.
Did that sound like incest?
It did sound like
I was
incest.
Quoting DMX.
Incest
love you, Ma.
Incel.
Ma.
For all you guys sitting right there, there's a whole table up front. You can sneak up front. There's chairs. Come take a seat. Don't be afraid to squeeze in.
Don't
this
be
is
scared.
communal. This is a club effort. This isn't a regular comedy show where we make fun of people in the front row. Come and take a seat, all right? You got buddies standing to your left and your right, too. Boo. We're stuck like glue. That's living single, sorry. Just come and take a seat, all right? We want to fill it in. All right, so let's go ahead and start this show. We start with this day in history. We're going to go through a couple of events that happened on this day in history so you can be more informed about how awful your country is.
Did you see your boy dancing in Kenya this week?
Oh, dude.
Dancing.
I forgot to get that video. That would have been amazing. We'll show the Kenyan dancing Obama next week. It'll be delightful for everyone.
He was always a Kenyan dancer to me.
That's
why I didn't vote for him.
I'm sure you believe he's still Kenyan, Michael. Alright, first up on this day in history, Rosetta Stone was found in Egypt in 17...
Oh, we got some Rosetta Stone fans.
Rosetta Stone fans.
Let's give it up for Rosetta Stone.
People fuck with the rock. Rosetta Stone found in Egypt in 1799, which ironically ended up being the price of the monthly payments for Rosetta Stone lessons. The monthly ones.
That was 1 through 5 right there.
And Rosetta Stone, Espanol. This is actually what I used to learn Spanish and find out that Jorge, the dishwasher, is banging my ex-girlfriend between shits and all.
Yeah. And he's been talking about it right in front of you.
Right in front of me.
You pinche puta.
I'm like, what tables that go to? I don't know what you're talking about, right?
So this is Chupas Mi Verga?
Chupas Mi Verga?
Chupas Mi Verga?
Chupas Mi Verga?
This is it? This
Table
is
3?
So Chupas Mi Verga? This isn't the tour of Italy?
I just
I ordered the tour of Italy.
I don't...
Seems like a little extra Alfredo, Jorge.
It's a little creamy.
A little creamy.
A little creamier than I remember.
So I just tell them Chupas Mi Verga then.
Chupas.
Pinche puta.
You know,
Mama me bonita. What do you think he's saying? Estoy un caballero de la noche.
I gotta remember not to give you wheels on anything Spanish related.
Estoy
Because you really have a fucking field day with it.
caballero de la noche.
Why are you doing your hand like that?
Because they're Italian at heart.
Jesus.
It's an Italian restaurant.
Okay.
That's how you know it's Olive Garden.
So if you guys didn't know about the Rosetta Stone, it was the first instance of hieroglyphs being translated into the modern day language. The first thing they found was a translation for this hieroglyph, which translates directly to Moses really likes little boys. Don't believe him if he says he doesn't like little boys.
Yeah.
Somebody was trying to tell us something. So
Yeah. The Red Sea was actually an 11-year-old
message.
boy.
It was little boys. Don't believe him if he says he doesn't like little boys.
Don't believe him.
The Red Sea was euphemism for fucking little teenage boys.
Don't make a Disney movie out of this.
Wow. Next up on this day in history, in 1941, U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt appoints the Fair Employment Practice Committee. Fair Employment Practice Committee, and it was since that moment everyone has been paid fairly in this country. So give it up for Franklin D. Roosevelt.
1941.
Thank
We've
God
been
for
paid
him.
fairly in this country.
It all worked out. We're all getting equal pay. Thanks, FDR.
It's called a glass ceiling because you can't see it. And
Yeah,
it's not there.
It's
all
in
right?
your head. It's in your head.
You can break through it. Shout out to my black people and my white women everywhere.
You know how he actually changed the laws to include everybody fair, because this dude was walking around giving out pamphlets that said mass meeting, Negroes must have jobs. And he was doing this to help black people. If you look at that at first glance, you're like, this is some racist shit. But this dude was actually trying to help Negroes. And FDR saw that shit, was like, you know what, let me put my stank on it. All these niggas getting jobs.
The Golden Gate, it's the
Right.
problem was he was trying to do it in San Francisco. He should have been doing that in Oakland.
Yeah.
He would have gotten a fuller.
It was real out there.
That's a fun joke about segregation.
Yeah. In 2017, Despacito by Louis Fonda.
Ah!
Daddy Yankee. Daddy Yankee becomes the most streamed song ever, played 4.6 billion times. Woo! And giving white people yet another word that rhymes with both burrito and Dorito. So, real amazing time.
That's what I want to know.
And if we reference our Rosetta Stone, we'll find that Despacito actually translates directly to a venereal disease, if you guys didn't know. That's what it means.
Rosetta
If
Stone.
you have a Despacito, you should go to your free clinic immediately.
I've had a couple of Despacitos this week.
Despacito, give me a bag of flaming hot Cheetos.
That's
There's still no power in Puerto Rico. Despacito. All right, let's get into the birthdays.
Damn, was that off the top?
That was off the top of my sheet. I told you I went to
Not
community
written.
college. I know how to freestyle.
Not written.
Off the top like Hove.
Yeah.
All right, happy birthday. We're going to sing happy birthdays to the celebrities. First celebrity is Benedict Cumberbatch's birthday. Happy birthday. He's turning 42.
Yeah, baby.
Absolutely incredible.
And if you haven't seen Sherlock, fuck you.
Yeah, go watch Doctor
Fuck
Strange.
you.
It's amazing.
Moriarty comes back. Spoiler alert. Yeah.
Spoiler
Season 3.
spoiler alert. Are you just going to spoil movies for the rest of the show? I hope so.
Just a show, yeah.
Just a show.
With the show, but each episode feels like a movie.
So he turned 42 today. The other birthday we're celebrating is Steph Curry's daughter, Riley Curry.
Yes.
Pictured here showing you how psychotic she's going to be at 18. I'm going to be out of my fucking mind when I hit 18. I'm going to be insane. Look at her. He is raising a psychopath. Look at this shit.
Yeah.
That is a grown-ass white man. She has no fear of the white man. I kind of like that. She's like, bitch, I see you.
She'll learn.
She's been listening to way too many Beyonce albums.
Give her one album by the Carters, and that's who she is.
Last birthday we're celebrating is Howard Schultz, former CEO of Starbucks. If you guys don't know, Howard Schultz has actually been threatening the world with a run for president. He's like super left. Everybody believes he's going to be the dude who takes down Trump. Yada, 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 yada. I just wish he was still CEO of Starbucks, and maybe those kids wouldn't have got racistly taken out of that Starbucks, those black kids. He's a handsome ass dude.
I heard they were being loud.
I feel like,
You just gotta hear the whole. They were doing a pyramid scheme on a very large decibel, so decibel.
I feel like he wouldn't have had a problem with it.
He wouldn't have had a problem.
We'd have like, hey, then they would have came up to him like, hey, Howard, there's two black dudes sitting in the lobby of the Starbucks. What do you think about it? He would have been like this.
You got no volume.
Oh, we got no volume. Where's the volume at? We got no volume on the damn video. Oh, fuck it.
Wasn't that funny anyway?
It wasn't that funny anyway.
I thought it was kind of funny. Maybe one time? No? You don't want to do it?
I'll find it later in the show.
God damn it.
Sometimes we have
That ain't no
technical
problem.
difficulties because
That ain't no
I'm
problem.
lazy and I don't get good videos, but whatever. So we're going to talk about the deaths that happened this week. The only thing that died this week was any loyalty to America Trump had. Let's get into the fucking news already, guys.
What
Let's
happened?
start the show with some motherfucking news. This week so far. Alright.
Ooh, that's fun.
I like this song. I play this in the shower. Alright, guys. Maybe imagine playing this in the shower and getting drunk on rosé. Yeah, okay. Drunk as fuck on wine. Alright, let's get right into it, folks. America is officially Russia's bitch. Vladimir Putin made Don Presidente do what the Khaleesi has been trying to make people do in every season of Game of Thrones and made him bend the knee.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful Photoshop of him blowing Putin. Here's a quick glimpse of Putin putting his KGB balls right into the accepting microscopic hands of Trump.
He said, put it in my
Put it in
mouth.
my motherfucking
My
mouth.
motherfucking mouth. What do you do?
I'll give this ball to you, and now the ball is in your court.
Alright, let's play it again because we didn't get any sound. There we go.
Speaking of the football, actually,
Господин президент, вот этот мяч передать, теперь мяч
Mr.
не
President, I'll give this ball to you, and now the ball is in your court.
This is cheesy as
Тем
fuck.
более, что США должны будут
All the
проводить
more
чемпионат.
Look what Trump does with it. He doesn't know what to do with a soccer ball.
He
Thank
passed
you very
it.
much. We do, and we hope we do as good a job. That's very nice. That will go to my son Barron. We have no question. In fact, Melania, here you go.
Whoa, there you go. There you go,
In fact, Melania, tell him he's a basketball player now.
He's like, just give that to my son who I haven't seen since the inauguration. Let him have it. Is he in the dungeon somewhere? Feed him some milk.
Where's the boy at? Where the boy at,
Where the
String?
boy at?
Where the boy at, String?
Don't yell wire references.
I'm sorry.
No, you can't do that now.
Shout out to D'Angelo Barksdale.
Oh, man. When asked on the spot by a reporter if he condemns the cyber attacks on the DNC and the 2016 election, Trump sided with the Ruskies. He threw America's Intelligence Committee.
That's what he
right.
did with the ball. The
Yeah.
ball was in his goal. He was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm
This is an
a
odd looking ball, too. It looks like it's just somebody painted like flank steaks on it. I don't get what the fuck this is.
It's like vampire cough.
No, that's like coffins. What kind of soccer ball is this? That's a bad omen for Putin.
It's a flank steak, yeah.
So Trump sided with the Ruskies. He threw America's intelligence community right under the bus, not unlike how Mike implicated his infant son in the trial for his first wife's murder.
Well, it was
Some
him.
quoting renters.
It was that little kid. Bodies don't fall like that downstairs.
Okay.
All right?
You can't be an infant, can't kill a grown
You can
man.
see my whole argument. It's called The Staircase on Netflix. It was the kid. And it might have been an owl.
So Trump put Big Bad Vlad's kielbasa directly into his cat butthole-shaped mouth, and we shouldn't be surprised by it because Trump has loved putting wieners in his mouth for a very long time. Here's a picture of Trump eating a hot dog, and that's real troubling. The amount of fingers on that hot dog is concerning.
That's 10 fingers.
He's got 10 fingers on a hot dog, but I've never seen that before in my entire life.
He's down.
And he has no condiments on it. Who eats a plain hot dog with friends? That's crazy. Here's another picture of him eating a hot dog with his least favorite son.
He got the bun on his top lip.
Look at that's a problem. This is a problem. If we wanted Trump to lose the election, all we had to do was show this picture. People are like, I can't fuck with a
That's
dude
how
that
he eats
eats
hot dogs. And he gets steaks well
Bro,
done.
I'm about to take orders from a dude that puts the lip on the top of his bun. Fuck out of here, man.
That's how he eats ass, too.
That's
That's actually how I eat ass, too.
That's how you get ass?
Yeah.
You put a giant asshole on the top lip?
You got to get the lips involved.
Okay. Trump said...
I thought it was just a conversation between us.
Yeah, there's a microphone.
There's a
in
mic.
front of you.
There's a hot mic.
I want to make sure you say it off mic. Trump said he didn't see any reason why Russia would be involved in the 2016 elections. And then when people said, that sounds like treason, Trump was like, I didn't even say that shit, son. I said it wouldn't. It's like a double negative or some shit. But that's not even the best part of that conference. If you guys paid attention to the whole conference, this happened as well in the conference.
Once again, the full faith and support for America's intelligence agencies. I have a full faith in our intelligence agencies.
What?
Whoops, they just turned off the light. That must have been there we go.
Look at Trump. Wow. Look at Trump with his all arms folded like he knew somebody's going to take his wallet. He's like, oh, we good? Are we all right?
Was that a scene in Clue?
That's okay.
That's okay. It's okay. We didn't pay the bills, but we did send a Venmo through to our roommates to pay for it, and eventually they'll pay for it. I just know that.
That's wild.
He waited until he was out of Russia to talk that shit again. It's like, man, I got mind control over Putin. When Putin be like, y'all meddling in the elections, I'd be quiet. But when he leave, I'll be talking again.
Shout out to Smokey.
Shout out to Smokey and Friday.
I got mind control with Depot.
Right. The deep ref to Friday the movie, one of the greatest black films ever made. If you haven't seen it, you're racist.
I've seen Moonlight.
But I'd be scared of Putin too. I mean, Putin is a wild boy. Just take a look at his visit to a school in Siberia. Look at this video of him in Siberia at a school.
What is that we hear you shout out loud? Well, what Russian President Vladimir Putin is drawing is the backside of a cat.
What?
Not the front, the back. After completing this work of art on a digital whiteboard in a Siberian city school, he said to the students, this is for you to remember.
That's the backside of a cat? What the fuck? That's what he's got Toby.
He drew a cat asshole. And then he told the Siberian students, this is for you to remember me by. What? What is this? This looks like a vagina, alright? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. That is a pussy.
That's
That is a real
pussy.
pussy right there. I feel like that's a joke by him. Just draw vaginas on school boards. He's like, do something about it. I'm the president. Do something about it.
That's how he sees every country he wants. The backside of a cat.
Putin is really into cats. And he's also as vain as Trump. Check out how Putin got down when he first became president back in the late 90s, early 2000s. This is how Trump tried to this is how Putin tried to convince people that he was a cool ass dude.
He commissioned this rarely seen documentary about himself.
About himself.
Presenting Vladimir Putin, the credits read, in power.
Damn, son.
Weirdly, the soundtrack is from the Broadway show Cats.
What? What?
He gets it.
What happened?
After his first kill, they play Jellicle Cats.
Magical Mr. Mistopheles.
Jellicle Cats sing Jellicle songs.
Dude, Putin's crazy, dog. I wouldn't fuck with a dude like that.
Memories.
What we gonna do at the club? What we gonna do before we hit the club, Putin? Sound check a cat.
We're playing Memories.
We getting toe up.
You sure? I just have Les Mis on tape. We're playing Cats. All right? It's Andrew Lloyd Webber or nothing.
Oh, God. So it's been an interesting week of American betrayal by our Presidente. How are we doing back home after the debut of Trump?
First of all, you did this? This is really nice. That was
I spent an hour.
This is all you. Can we get a picture of that? That's
really get this for posterity.
That's not a White Walker?
That's Putin. It's a really good Photoshop of Putin. He's got the paws out. Look at the paws. He's got the Black Panther stance.
Mr. Mustafa Lee.
I bet you they let him into Wakanda.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so how are we doing back home after the debut of Trump's brand new diet treason? Well, California blocked that measure to split the state into 3 states. They said, on record, they officially said, if we're going to be gay, we're going to be gay together, damn it. That was the official response
The
from
whole
California,
state.
the whole state.
Shout out to San Francisco.
We're going to be gay baristas who are also Instagram influencers. We're going to do it as a family, you fucks. Down in Brazil, a plastic surgeon named Dr. Bum Bum Dr. Bum Bum is on the run after one of his patients died following a failed booty enhancement.
Unfortunately, it was not one of the Kardashians.
It was not one of the Kardashian girls. So this dude's fleeing the authorities because he gave somebody a fake ass that killed him. Locals are now calling him Dr. Diarrhea because he's now a runny bum bum. That's just a good...
That's just a fun
Photoshop.
That's a fun pun.
I did this just after lunch today. Had a croissant sandwich with some ham.
Shout out to
And
Buffalo
I was
Wild
like,
Wings.
let me Photoshop some diarrhea.
He's a runny bum bum.
Runny bum bum. Netflix announced that it was developing several new series for the streaming platform, including Jupiter's Legacy, a show about senior citizen superheroes dealing with their bratty superhero kids. I'm sure you guys are all going to be into it.
Is he holding what is that? I don't know. That looks like the weirdest
This is
thing.
from the book, man. I don't know what the fuck's going on with this. Sharky the Bounty Hunter, which I can only assume is about a shark that solves crimes. An American Jesus. There's a real show. Where's my towel at here? I'm fucking sweating up here like a preacher that just fucked the choir director.
Jesus Christ.
It's a full suit I'm wearing, guys. American Jesus is one of the new shows hitting Netflix, and I know white people are already on board. It's about a 12-year-old reincarnation of Jesus. There's a real show, and it's coming to Netflix, and I promise you guys are all going to watch it as soon as it drops.
Preteen Jesus.
Preteen Jesus. The show will highlight key moments in the life of the preteen Passion of the Christ. Moments like the story of Jesus in the burning bush, which is when he learns how to smoke his first blunt to the face.
Shotgun.
Boy,
use a shotgun?
Only smoke the cross ones. Only smoke the cross ones. Jesus succumbing to peer pressure and resurrecting XXX Tentacion.
Finally. Somebody got to do it.
Bring him back. I'm sad.
Bring him back, baby.
And also when Jesus learns to finger bang a high school aged Mary Magdalene. He's putting his fingers right down there.
Magic fingers, they called him.
Oh, jeez. So be prepared to binge watch that, you sacrilegious heathens. If he doesn't turn everybody's C's into A's, I'm not watching the show.
I thought that kid from Stranger Things was
Let's
coming.
see if this video works now. There it is. See, I knew that shit worked. That ain't no problem. That ain't no problem.
Hey, Netflix, can you make a story about preteen Jesus?
Hey, Netflix, can you give me a show about a young Jesus that tries to finger bang Mary Magdalene? That ain't no problem.
What about maybe a shark, but like a bounty hunter?
That ain't no problem. That would have hit way earlier in the show. That would have been a smash. That ain't no problem. All right, guys, you guys ready to get into the guests for the evening?
We got some first timers.
We got some first timers. We got a lot of people who haven't been on this stage before. I know you guys get sick of the Phoenix comics that come here because they're all pretty bad. So we went ahead and found some LA people who are going to suck just a little bit less.
I think New York is what.
Who cares? So first coming to the stage, please welcome to the stage our esteemed guest, Matt Z-Mag. Give it up!
What did that mic stand for? What the fuck? Hey guys.
Jory, can we get those lights, please? Thanks you guys for coming out,
man.
Jory.
Hey, bud.
Hey guys. He's pouring that.
I'm pouring my wine. I
It's
gotta
been
get
a
drunk.
while since we've seen each other.
It's our
you
first
know?
white woman here.
I think the last time we talked, Ali was missing still.
Ali was missing, yeah. Have we found him?
They found him in that Thai cave. I don't know.
Oh, really? He was one of the Thai boys.
Yeah, he was in that Thai cave.
Look at that. I Google Thai boys every week. He didn't come up.
Yeah, Ali was down there.
That's fun. Shout out to Ali. Several middle names Musa.
Yeah, rest in peace. Yeah, I'm not from Phoenix. I'm from Tucson, which means I'm sad. You know?
That's the South Down song.
Yeah, 666.
That's where he's from?
It's his most popular song.
Most popular song.
Is it? At least he died in a BMW i8, you know? I'll be lucky to die in a Civic. Like this.
We'd all be lucky if you died in a Civic.
Yeah. Tonight, hopefully.
Yeah.
You know,
Cross my fingers.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, I'm from Tucson. I was born at a barn. I was born in a barn, which is true. My mom was a horse trainer, and my dad was a magician. And by that I mean he disappeared when I was 3. Boom!
What? Is this preteen Passion of Christ? Is this fucking American Jesus right here?
Jesus right here.
American
Give it up for
Jesus.
American Jesus gracing the station.
Well, now we know you'll die at 33.
That's perfect.
That's
too long. That's too
It's a
old.
little too
eh?
long for me, but maybe you'll have some miracles.
You guys want to see my impression of a carpenter?
I would love to see your
All right,
impression.
here it is. My impression of a carpenter.
Shout out to JC.
Wow.
That's fun.
That's fun.
I feel like I have to go to church on Sunday just so I don't get struck down by the white people who ruin everything.
They love that impression at church. They do. They do. I was born in Tucson. I didn't have a dad. That's it. Good night. No, I had a dad. I didn't have a dad. I had to learn about sex from my uncle, which never sounds good saying. It's true. I had my uncle didn't teach me about sex. I learned about sex through porn. You guys, anybody else? Porn? Nope. One. I learned about sex through porn. I remember my first porn. My friend gave me a VHS tape. He said, "Watch this. It's pretty cool." I watched it. It was pretty cool. Until about halfway through, it cuts from porn to just footage of his parents' wedding.
That's where it gets fun.
Right? For the longest time, that's just how I thought porn ended, you know? Like how they meet each other, they have sex, they fall in love, and they get married. It's a beautiful love story. But now I've seen porn, now I know he just comes on her butt, or whatever. Or his butt, I don't know, I don't judge.
I don't think you know how sex works.
You've never seen your father, but you're already hopeful that he's gay.
Or he's just never watched the porn in its entirety. It gets better at the end.
That's true. Has anybody watched the porn in its entirety?
I watch it all the time.
All the time?
Yeah.
You're just sitting at home,
How
just
do you go to
watching.
sleep? A lot of people do Netflix and shit. I just do XNXX.
I fell asleep crying about my missing dad. That's what I do.
Sounds like you're getting yourself lubed up pretty good.
Yeah, just as sexy. I don't know what he's doing. I think he's dead.
He's probably watching the live stream.
Yeah, that's right. I tweeted it out just to him. Oh, like, Dad, watch this. It's gonna be disappointing. He never got to be disappointed in me. You know? So,
You're looking at me on this missing father shit a lot. I was just trying to insinuate that I'm going to connect with you on this. My dad left me. Well, I'm not a stereotype of a black person, buddy.
I want you to be my dad. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to put it in your head.
You think this dick turned that out? You think this dick put out a perfectly coiffed Justin Bieber haircut? This dick don't put that haircut out. This dick puts out nappy roots, my nigga.
And that's a 5-person hip-hop.
And if you were my son, I would be calling you the N-word a lot.
There's a legend of a black man traveling through Tucson 27 years ago, though. So.
Yeah. They still talk about it to this day.
They call him the barn burner.
Yeah.
It's a 5-year-old fucking a grown woman.
That's why South Tucson's so bad. There's that one guy.
You were talking about your father who
Yeah,
left
you were
you.
talking about your father.
No, I was talking about porn, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And then my dad.
Get the light on that one.
There we go. That's perfect timing, right? Let's all end it.
You can do one structured joke.
Yeah,
You want structured joke? I'll try a structured. I do think porn has had a negative effect on me sexually. I can't even come unless there's a guy with a boom mic in the room. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Hey! Give it up for Matt Zeman.
Matt Zeman! He runs an open mic next to a train in Tucson. He's waiting for his father to get off that train.
Our next guest coming to the stage is also a white woman, like our first person on the stage. Please give it up for Genevieve Rice.
Genevieve Rice! But she's going to solve a mystery in Miami, I feel like. This is going to conclude with whatever happened in Miami last week.
Yeah, basically, I'm Carmen San Diego, and I'm here to tell you guys.
Carmen San Diego, yes. Well, now we know where you are. That's what ruins the show.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, kids solved it. It's fine. Yeah, so I'm making some changes, guys. I decided I want to be more positive. Instead of saying I'm sorry, I'm trying to say thank you more. So instead of saying I'm sorry I slept with your husband, I'm trying to say thank you for always going to yoga on Tuesdays, Karen.
Fun joke about infidelity.
But I am married. Yeah. So someone loves me and I still do this.
That's the realest shit you've ever said.
But I gotta be straight with you guys. I haven't always been married. Sad to admit, wasn't a married baby, which would have been so cute, as long as I was married to another baby, or maybe a goose. But I've been on some bad dates back in the day. I went out with a man who ordered milk on a date. I feel like you guys aren't grasping the gravity of the situation. So I just want to say, we weren't eating anything spicy, or cereal, or cookies. This is a human adult man. We had a full menu of beverages to choose from. He just chose milk, and I just had to take it and later go to therapy. I also dated a man who told me that I was one of the prettiest girls at Sears.
Wow. Missouri's a rough state.
Were you in the auto section?
It's the show me state, you know that? Show me state.
I showed him.
In the dishwasher section. I showed him.
It was in soft lines, guys. It's tough. But I knew that I wasn't number one because this wasn't Kohl's. Because I think we can all agree, Mama can win it in the Kohl's. Yeah.
If Matt Zemak is counting, that's 3 structured jokes we've already got. To your one.
We're all keeping track. It's very
it's a
good.
race. It is a scored race.
I'm the white woman winning this race.
Oh.
Yeah.
You always are somehow in this presidency.
I also dated a man who very, 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 very casually admitted to stealing $8,000 from his job, and that was not the last date. It was 2005, Genevieve. I found that resourceful.
Deeper.
Yeah. But I am married, and I'm married to a doctor. Yeah. He's a doctor of jazz. He can write prescriptions. They'll be for Miles Davis. But my husband's a jazz man, and as a jazz wife, I feel like it's my fate in life. I feel like it's my job to clear up the many misconceptions going around about the men of jazz. And I want to make it clear, my husband does not have a ponytail. He's never ever called anyone cat or daddy-o in my presence. He does do heroin.
So he's good at his profession.
He's good.
Yes,
He's a good guy.
yeah, exactly. Like, basically it's the law. Like, if he doesn't do heroin, he gets haunted forever by Charlie Parker. So, you gotta do it.
Does he improvise in the bedroom?
You betcha.
Has he ever
It's all the spots he doesn't hit. That counts.
that's funny. That's a funny jazz
Back
joke.
in the room, knows
Yeah.
jazz. I fuck with you, Evan.
And I was just gonna ask if he's
Fuck
ever
with you.
jazzed on your face, but that was much better.
That's actually the better
That's
joke.
actually worse. Yours was better.
It was smart. You went for the fun joke. That was
low
smart.
down
You
and
went
went
low.
ceiling.
Good job. Hey, give me a high five, man.
But not with your back. With your back. Oh, his back.
I
Throw
am
your
touching
fucking back
hand.
down. All right, there we go.
But my husband and I
He's hitting the notes.
we are trying to have a baby.
Ooh.
And
You let him jazz inside. Now.
Not good. You're going across the line. You're going across the line.
that's how babies are made. So, we've people ask if I want a boy or a girl, and honestly, I have no preference. And they've asked if I want to do a gender reveal party, and I gotta be honest. There's like I don't want to shit on any excuse to serve cake at all. But there are just like so many more interesting things I'd rather know about my baby than gender. Like, will my baby be into the movie Boondock Saints?
That's ooh, yeah. Will he follow up and watch the second? That's even more concerning.
Oh, they made a second one of that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You better keep an eye on
Literally
your
no
child,
reason
right?
to do it.
You better
Keep an eye. Keep eyes on this baby.
Look at the Netflix queue.
I want to
see
know
what's
this
getting
too.
played.
Yeah, it's called Jafar Returns.
I also want to know, will my baby be the type of child that will post inspirational quotes on Instagram?
Yikes.
Maybe I want to know if my kid will ever be a waiter and will be the type of waiter that'll sit down at the table to take your order and says things like, "What are we having tonight?" So, I just want to know what kind of monster is growing inside me. Anyways, that's my set, guys.
Give it up for Genevieve Rice.
Person. Keep an eye on Genevieve. She's always running good shows. Out of her living room sometimes, too.
Yeah, she actually runs a show. I think it's the second Wednesday of every month or third Wednesday? Third Wednesday of every month. She runs Jazz and Jokes over at the Nash.
Every new moon, I think. Right?
I was supposed to be on it last night, except I was laid out with his fucking back.
He
So
threw his fucking
one more time for Genevieve Rice, guys! Yay!
Her first album will be called Jazzercise, I hope, right?
All right. Let's cover a quick news story to get into our last few guests. As we do on this show, we do cover the news. We must. Hard-hitting news coming down the pipe. And we have a returning story. We have a returning segment that we haven't done here in a long time.
My favorite.
Guys, it is the return of subtle racism. Subtle racism is
Shout out
back.
to Grandma Moody.
This week in
Never
subtle
saw a black she
racism.
liked. Or what? Or Irish person. Or Italian. She didn't like a lot of people.
Okay. Shout out to Grandma Moody.
Grandma Moody.
This week in subtle racism. An Indiana brewery that was set to open had to backtrack and rename their entire beer list because these were the names of some of their beers. This is a craft brewery place. Here's the names of some of their beers. They renamed all of them after backlash from the community. Mass Grave.
I kind of like that.
Flint, Michigan. Oh, White Guilt. Flint, Michigan Tap Water. And the most offensive one, Black Beers Matter.
And that was the oatmeal stout that
Can
nobody
you
likes
take
anyway.
what if the craft brewery wasn't enough? Can you guess the race of everyone involved? They're all Caucasian.
Well, you could have guessed that when you said Indiana.
Well, shout out to Freddie Gibbs.
Yeah, Gary, Indiana doesn't count.
Michael
Indiana.
Jackson. Shout out to Michael Jackson. They've changed the names, however, but some are claiming that these are also still offensive.
Still offensive names they came back with?
Yeah, they're still offensive. They changed all the beer names, but people still don't like it. Here's one of the beer names. They changed the stout to Chris Brown is Misunderstood. People are offended by that one.
Which is valid.
Yeah. The IPA on tap is now called Suicide Squad. Was pretty decent. And the most offensive and most triggering of the white ale is now being called Friends Was a Revolutionary Show. That's so offensive.
That is offensive
Take
on
that
so many fucking
down.
levels.
That's fucking bullshit.
Fuck that show.
Anyway, that's the news. Let's get back to our show. Is everybody ready for the next guest on the evening? All right, our next guest coming to the stage is a man that lives at the Circle K at Fillmore and First Street. Please give it up for Rob Maybe.
Rob Maybe. I like to think he lives in all the Circle K's somehow at the same time.
I do, actually. I rotate. Me and 7 of my brothers, we just all look alike. Speaking of guys at Circle K, homeless people, I would like homeless people a lot more if they had to wear the outfit that they were wearing when everything went wrong, you know? Tell me you wouldn't give $5 to a cop if he showed up and was like, hey man, you got $5. You'd be like, which black kid did you kill? No, you can get weird on that because we all know they don't fire them for killing black kids.
Yeah, that's not accurate. They'd be off with paid time off.
Yeah, no, paid time off. It's a
Paid time
vacation.
leave, yeah.
Rob, I'm not the cashier at the Circle K. You do not have to yell.
It ain't no problem.
That ain't no problem. That ain't no problem. That ain't no problem.
I got a roommate. He's always worried that he's accidentally going to offend people, so I've been telling him that he's a homophobe if he doesn't watch gay porn.
You live with Tom Zoria?
Yes, I do. The fucked up part is I gave him homework. I said, send me 3 clips you like each day. He sent me 4.
Oh, he's doing the extra 10%. I like it.
Yeah, he's not even the worst roommate I've ever had. I used to have a guy that had cerebral palsy. You know what cerebral palsy is? Yep. It's where half your body's just like, fuck this. And he would just drag his foot through the apartment. You could always hear where he was at, except for the one time I was fucking my girlfriend on the couch. He was just standing there. I was like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, I'm going to make macaroni and cheese. And I was like, how long have you been watching us? He was like, long enough to get hungry.
I'll tell you what, there's one thing everybody guesses about you is that you fuck girls on couches.
I do. But they'd be surprised to find out that the couches are inside places. Normally, they would say where's the dumpster.
Not behind the gas station.
Goodwill Furniture Store.
Can't have sex.
I had a girl tell me one time, she bought me a drink, and she goes, look, I don't want you to assume just because I bought you a drink, I expect you to go home with me. And I was like, I'm not even the go home type. There's an alley like a block away.
Wow.
Yeah, she blew me. She was 70.
What?
I wish that was a joke. Everything was going perfectly weird until she said, come for mommy, and then I had weird flashbacks.
Because you never knew yours?
No, I know my mom.
Oh, you do?
I kind of know my dad, I think.
Wow, that shocks me.
What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
He's in and out. That's how babies are made, Geneva. Genevieve. Oh, guys. Yeah, no, it's fucked up. I don't like positive people. Be positive on your own all you want. Don't try to make my life more positive if I'm complaining about something.
Don't make this about Matt Stores.
It's a deep joke to a comedian that used to live here. You shouldn't make inside jokes.
Yeah, please do a better job at the show by mentioning a comic that lives in New York.
Yeah, that no one in the audience knows. Good job, moron.
That's true.
Google him later and it'll be funny on the car ride home, guys.
It'll be funny if you gave a shit about Phoenix comedy at all.
Yeah, if you cared.
And if you give a fuck about Phoenix comedy, you're in the wrong walks, okay? You need to figure your life out.
Yeah. There's better things to be obsessed over. So anyways, positive people. I hate when people are like, just be positive. It's not the worst thing that ever happened. I had somebody tell me that. I was just bitching about my Grubhub order not showing up. And they're like, well, it's not, it could be worse. I'm like, yeah, obviously. I've never assumed that Grubhub not showing up is the worst thing that ever happened. No one's ever looked at me and been like, Rob, do you know what sex trafficking is? And I'm like, no. And they're like, it's a lot like when your Baconator never showed up, but a little worse. You know? Fucking hate it. Or like at Fry's. Yesterday I was at Fry's. I was using the self-checkout thing, checking stuff out. It got to the final point where you have to pay and it wouldn't work, and the lady came over and she was like, look, you can either get back in line and use a different self-checkout one, or you can go wait in that line for a human. And then she goes, I know it sucks, but at least you have your help. And I'm like, look, yeah, right? I was like, I'm buying a Rockstar, a Mickey's 40 ounce, a pack of cigarettes, and one single Swiss roll. Do I really have my help? Like, that's a huge assumption. Last weekend I got so congested that I had to stop having sex to take a breather. You know how weird that is?
Like, no one thinks it's weird. We're all over the age of 30. We all wish we could stop in the middle of
Good
sex. It's so much work. It's so much work fucking people.
Yeah. It's almost not even worth it, especially when they're younger, because she was like 26 and she looked at me and she was like, ugh, like nobody wants to have sex with FDR. You know, like I was coughing like a TB victim.
Polio.
That's
what you're looking for is polio.
Okay. I confused the old white diseases, sorry.
Yep, polio.
I just know one of them people don't vaccinate for anymore. Because of autism.
Polio, yeah.
This has been thoroughly weird. I'm going to leave you on this.
I like how you...
Thanks, guys.
Right, baby, guys.
You see, his shoes look like you stole them in Maryville. That's fun.
Alright, we're going to keep the show pushing right along. Our next guest coming to the stage is also a white woman. We've had nothing but white women on this stage tonight. It's just a real crowning achievement. Please give it up for Mary Upchurch!
Yeah.
Hello, everybody! So excited! My name is Mary. I just had a birthday. I turned 40. Yeah, it's okay. It's alright, but I'm starting to feel it, you know? Like, I hurt a lot. I'm falling apart. This morning I had to use my back massager to massage my back. It ain't right. Actually, the way this played out was I woke up and I was like, oh, my back. If only I had a personal handheld massage device plugged into the wall next to my... Oh, I do. I don't know why they call it a back massager. They should call it a front massager. Am I right?
That's 3 straight jokes about rubbing it out.
Like, what have you done?
Shout out to 3rd Street and Indian School.
Shout out to...
It's right there. It's a good VA.
I'm half Mexican.
It's not your fault.
Oh, don't tell Mike that.
I'm half Mexican. I don't know if you can tell, but I think like the whole half just wound up like from here to here. Like that's where all of it is, and maybe from here to here. But my mom, she's Mexican, and let me tell you, like having a Mexican mom is really good when it comes to dinner time. Like not so good when I was a kid and I needed help with my history homework and my gringo father was still at work. But this was 1987, I couldn't ask Siri, I had to ask Sabina. And I'd ask my mom, I'd be like, Mama, who was JFK? And she'd be like, oh, John F. Kennedy. He was the most handsome president of all the presidents. And he and Marilyn Monroe, they gingy-lingy all over the place. And his wife, Jackie, no like it, and the mafia no like him, and they shoot him. And they kill him, and ay, Dios mío, they're over. I failed history.
Is your other half white?
Yes.
I could tell by the Chinese tattoo on the back.
It's Japanese, and I took religious studies 101 at Palomar College.
It means hope and prayer.
People always ask me, they're like, Mary, how did your parents meet? Because, like, your mom does not speak English, and your dad does not speak Spanish. And I tell them, the old-fashioned way, illegal immigration. That's right. My dad was divorced, he had 4 kids, he needed some help, so he put an ad in the paper, and poof, my mom appeared, like a Mexican Mary Poppins. Maria Popeños, at your service. Instead of a spoonful of sugar, she'd give you some Vicks Vapor Rub and put your butt to bed.
I love how you deliver all your jokes like a 3rd grader at a recital.
Looks like she's trying out for Peter Pan right now.
My mom came out and boom, there she is.
And then Hook showed up.
And I played a tree.
Pretty appropriate because I'm gonna pee my pants.
And then we'll play the recorder.
Hot cross box. Please continue. That was very rude of us to say.
That's very rude.
Very disrespectful.
It is a half white woman stage.
That's the only way I know how to deliver anything.
Well, hopefully you don't believe that when you're pregnant.
How dare you? Just kidding. I'm 40. I can't have kids anymore. That's done. Okay, I don't know. I was talking about my Mexican mom who can't speak English. She makes really good tortillas. And then stuff and things and stuff and things.
What? Got the light on stuff and things and stuff and things.
Stuff and things. Thanks so much for having me. Good night.
No! Church! Give it up for Mary M. Church.
Mary M.
Church.
She runs an open mic in Avondale every third Thursday.
North Avondale near the Church's Chicken.
If you pass the Popeyes, you've gone too far.
It's next to the YMCA where only white women attend, so it's a good mic. One more time for Mary M. Church. Alright. I'm getting drunk on rosé. Let's go ahead and get our last guest up here so I can continue sweating into my shirt. Please put your hands together for a person that's here from New York, but you won't care by the end of this set. Give it up for Patrick Hastings!
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Phoenix, yeah! That's my energy, by the way. How's it going, guys?
Pretty good.
Yeah, I'm all
I
right.
love this setup you guys got here. Boy, dog.
Yeah, it looks like we're in study hall.
Yeah, I know, I love it. This is fun. Oh, boy, when you had that picture of Putin up there with from Cats, I was, like, blown away. That did look
I'll
good.
send that to
You,
you.
I got what, you use Paint or Photoshop?
I pay for Photoshop for this.
I'm still married to Microsoft Paint. You remember that? You remember Microsoft
Yeah,
Paint?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, that shit's good. Anybody out there still fucking with Microsoft Paint? You gotta do it.
Same people that remember
They
Oregon
don't know
Trail.
culture.
Look at my friend turning into a black. Turning into a Def Comedy Jam comedian. By
I feel like I'm delivering a sermon by the river.
Look like you're about to do a joke about booty holes.
Jesus came down by the water, and he said he's gonna take your sins and wash them. He's gonna wash them, Lord. Can I get an amen from the congregation? Can I get an amen from the crowd? Can you say it loud? Y'all niggas going to hell. It's Patrick Hastings' time to tell some structured, structured jokes.
I wouldn't do it, man. I'm just kind of going to church and stuff.
Got into my bag. I'm sorry.
We don't
Damn!
give him an extra 2 minutes, Trevor. Think of 2 minutes.
I don't think we need young Jesus. We need black Jesus right now. You that was an audition tape. Fucker, I hope Netflix is watching this YouTube feed. By the way, who's watching this YouTube feed?
My mother,
Mike's
this is
mother,
my mom, my Aunt
his mother,
Maureen,
and Aunt Maureen is on as well.
Mimi, Muriel,
Mimi and Maureen.
Muriel?
They're our two biggest fans, Maureen and Mimi. They're watching.
Maureen's in Flagstaff.
Oh, looks like she sent me a text. She says, "Get the bald dude off the stage. I can see he's bald through the hat.
Oh,
although
yeah.
the hat doesn't
I
tell
am
anyone."
not a sports fan. How are we doing, guys? I'm going to tell you guys real quick. I hope you guys don't mind. Do you care if I get a little personal? Is that cool with you two right here? You're over on the side, fine personal? I want to tell you guys all about the first time I ever whacked my rod off until I came. Jizz, is that okay with you guys? You guys good?
I love it.
You guys good with a dirty okay, the first time I ever whacked my dick off, I was in middle school and I was watching this movie Species. Do any of you guys remember that movie Species?
Oh yeah, shout out to Michael Madsen.
Yeah. That was not what I was doing. There was this lady in that movie, blonde lady, I think her name was Species, and there's a scene, she's fucking a fella, she's having sex with this guy, and in the middle of the sex she goes, "Oh, Patrick!" And now that's my goddamn name, and so I was like, yeah, cock, let's figure this out. And so I drop my drawers, and I just do it, and like, mwah. I was like, this is it, this is my thing now, you know what I mean? Like, jerking off. You know?
I jack off to Ben Kingsley movies all the time.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Gandhi, for me.
If you haven't come to Gandhi, dude, you ain't come. So I did it, and I was like, this is my thing. Like, before that, my thing was Taekwondo, but now I'm like, nah, it's coming. That's what I'm going to be up to now. And so I do it, but everybody in my school, I don't know what it was like in Arizona, but I grew up in Iowa, which most of you guessed the second you saw my dumb fucking face. I grew up in Iowa.
It was when we saw your wrestling shoes when you were from the neighborhood.
Hey, dude, these are Asics. I don't know if you guys,
I don't know if you're going to tell a joke or put me in a figure 4 leg lock.
What if I could? Ooh. I'm getting high. Can you preach again? Never mind. Right. So anyway, all my friends at school were talking about you don't want to get caught jacking off, and I didn't want to get caught jacking off. And so I set an alarm every night for 3 in the morning. And then what I would do is I'd wake up at 3 a.m., masturbate, and then go to sleep about 3:01. You know what I mean? It didn't take long back then. Still doesn't to this day. And I was doing it for a while, and it was great, but unbeknownst to me, because I was in the middle school, unbeknownst to me, the kids in the high school, they had all started doing this shit called crystal methamphetamine. You guys?
Yeah, yep. Shout out to Apache Junction.
Yeah, that's what.
Go to local ref for you then.
Yeah.
Good local ref.
Hey, local jokes get you local work, and brother, I'd love some local work. You know what I
want to leave this town.
Yeah. I don't know what it's like here, but in Iowa, that was the trajectory. It was Taekwondo, jacking off, meth. You know, I gotta tell you. And then like Dave Matthews Band comes later on. And so the high school sent letters home to all the parents being like, hey, some of the kids are doing meth. Here's some signs of your kids doing meth. And the number one thing on that list was being up all hours of the night. So the first time that my mom woke up to get like a drink of water and saw that my bedroom light was on, she just jumped to the conclusion that I was smoking meth in my room, right? But I wasn't, I was just jacking off, you know? And so she goes up, she sees my light, she screams, she's like, Patrick! And then I'm like, well, I guess we're done with this, right? Like, when you're doing it and Species says your name, it's pretty rad. But when you're doing it and your mom says your name, it's not as fun, you know?
Hey, Patrick, are you jacking off? I'm watching Species.
Yeah,
Why would I
yeah,
be jacking off to Species?
So I get my pants back on, I walk down the hallway, my mom's in the hallway, she's so pissed. She's just like, I know what you were doing in there. Like, she didn't, right? She thought I was like, but I was just like, right? But I thought she knew. And so she's like, I know you. How long have you been doing that? And I was like, a while. And then she's like, how often? And I was like, pretty often, if you want to know. Like every night, 3 a.m. on the dot. And then she goes, you got that shit in there right now? And buddy, I thought she was talking about the cum, you know?
I'm following you.
You know?
I'm following you,
Like
yeah.
the jizz.
Yeah, the jizz, yeah. The jazz.
I'm on board.
And so,
A lot of stuff
and
like
so I
that.
said, yeah. And then she said, bring it to me. So I just fucking go in my bedroom and grab all of my dirty t-shirts.
Oh, no.
And just walk down the hall and drop them on the floor in front of her. And then I just watch my mom figure out what I was doing in my bedroom. You know? She just looks at me and goes, okay. And it goes right into the bedroom. And she goes in the bedroom where she wakes up my dad, Carl. And with a K.
That's a good dad name, yeah.
He's not fun. She wakes up my dad and then she fills him in. Because my dad comes out of the bedroom just laughing his fucking dick off. He just comes out. Looks down at me and is like, you're going to be doing your own laundry around here from now on, buddy.
That is good.
What a delightful
Yeah,
tale.
baby. And so that's, now I'm going to do about 15 minutes of crowd work. That's it, that's the story.
That's what you got? That's good. You can do one more structured joke if you want. One more structured joke.
You can leave while it's
One more,
hot.
baby. Okay.
So you got one more structured joke for Patrick.
Ready,
One more,
guys?
Crowd's into it.
Thank you so much, all of you. Okay, by the way, anybody, you got tattoos, brother, right? What, can you tell me what one of your tattoos is?
They're all gang related. Don't ask me.
Gang
Don't
related?
initiate, bro.
Yeah. My bad, we don't have those in Iowa. We do, we call them 4-H. That's for nobody. Okay.
Shout out to Flagstaff, they know.
What's the tattoo you got there on your arm? Can I ask you that? Lego Star Wars. Cool. I think tattoos are fucking stupid. You know what I mean? I don't like them. Never been on board. I don't like tattoos. When I was 18, my best friend came to me and he was like, hey man, let's get tattoos. And I said no because I'm scared. I'm a weak grown man now. I was a really scared, weak 16-year-old. And he comes, he's like, good. And I was like, I don't want to get tattoos because I'm afraid that I would get something tattooed on my body forever. and then maybe a few years later, the new Nazis would start and pick that same fucking thing as their logo, right? Like, imagine there's tanks rolling across Europe right now with that goddamn Lego Star Wars thing up on the side of it. You would be an asshole everywhere you went. You walk in a room and people would be like, ah, she's one of them!
Jesse would just find purpose.
Yeah. So I just didn't get a tattoo, you know. I just told him no, and then he made fun of me, called me a wimp and stuff, and went and got a tattoo all by himself. You guys want to know what my buddy got his tattoo all those years ago? He got a tattoo. Thanks, that means a lot.
Harshest light in the industry.
He got a tattoo of the name of his favorite metal band, ISIS.
Oh, no.
You ever won an argument 12 years later? Like, it fucking feels good. I apologize to your affiliate, your group, your club, or whatever you call it. Don't murder my ass till I get to Albuquerque. Okay, that's it. Thanks, guys.
Hey, give it over Patrick
What a great guy there.
That's fun.
To share his tales of jerking off for his parents.
Bum, bum.
And other stuff. One more time for Patrick Hasty and Night Up Church, Genevieve Rice, Rob May, and Matt Z-Mac. If you have Trevor, I always get Tristan. Trevor, if you have money, everybody gets $1 for
Yeah, he's got no money. No money.
Everybody gets paid $1. I'll Venmo you guys your $1.
You all earned it
For a
tonight.
job
Paid
well
show.
done. I have to remind
Paid
everybody
show.
this is a paid show. You get as much as $5 for a good performance, but you'll never leave with less than $1.
What else we got?
We're at the end of our show, and I have one more nice little treat to help your week suck a little bit less. We do this every Thursday at 11 p.m. It's a show that shouldn't happen, but by God it does. I'll be at the Tempe Improv Friday and Saturday opening for Rory Scovel. If you guys want to get tickets, come on down. Mike and I will also be at the worst festival ever this Saturday, Hot Dog Festival. Just being pieces of shit and cramming our mouths with hot dogs. Just like Trump. We're going to be on our Trump shit.
Or something like that.
We're going to be on our Trump shit. So that's what we got for the rest of the weekend. Yeah, if you're on the live feed, make sure you share it because somehow we got to get out of this fucking town. But I do have one more small video to help your week suck a little bit less. Jory, we can get the lights so we can see the screen. And here's our final video. You already know who it is. It's a good one.
There's no video of President Trump sucking a ding dong. I never sucked any ding dongs. But I'll tell you, if they were going to blackmail me to start World War III about one, I'd say, hey, I sucked a golf ball through a freaking garden hose.
Everybody have a great night. We'll see you next week. Have a great night.